Good evening, Professor McDonald and fellow classmates. Today I will present you in a way in which can give someone, be it a family member, a friend, or a total stranger, a second chance at life. If the circumstances presented itself where you needed a second chance at life, would you not want to be offered and available? The reason we must seriously consider taking the step in availing ourselves to such a decision to be part of the understanding that will become the significant impact on lives that organ donors can have on the lives of others. Statistics as provided by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services on organ donation and transplantation offer some very interesting facts. Do you realize that one organ donor can save the lives of or dramatically improve the lives of up to 8 people? That's if you or I donate a cornea, we could restore sight of 2 people. If we donate our tissue, we could heal 75. Yes, I or you individually could heal the lives of 75 people. Becoming an organ donor is not only an important decision for yourself, but it's also an important decision for the life that you have the power to save. The decision to be an organ donor may seem easy for some. You sign an agreement that will let your heart and kidney and liver and pancreas and other organs be used after your death in a way that helps the recipient lead a fuller, healthier lives. However, according to the organ donor government, a federal agency, only 40% of eligible Americans sign up to be organ donors, despite the fact that more than 110,000 patients in the U.S. are currently waiting for organ transplant. Organ donation rates for Texas and New York, the second and third most populous states, are only 7% and 15% respectively. But for other people, the choice is harder. Some fear that a doctor may not work as hard to save them because he or she wants their organs for other patients, or their organs may be removed prematurely, although this is no evidence to support either of these concerns. There may be also a psychological cost of having to think about your own death at a time that you are still relatively healthy. Other people may simply not want to bother with the program that doesn't directly benefit them. Organ donation is selfless way to give back to others and to be able to make a huge difference by giving another person a second chance at life. The number of patients waiting for organs far exceeds the number of people who have registered to become organ donors. Many stigmas relate to organ donation, relatively false, and in order to be well informed, you must know what an organ donation is, how it works, as well as how you can become an organ donor, and what organs or tissues you can donate. What organ donation is and how it works. Organ donation takes healthy organs and tissues from one person for transplantation into another. Organs you can donate include kidney, heart, liver, pancreas, intestines, lungs, skin, bone marrow, and a cornea. That's the front of the eye. Organ donations usually occur for patients with kidney failure, heart disease, lung disease, and cirrhosis of the liver. A transplant is usually the last course of action in the treatment of a patient. But if the patient is willing and able, it can be a good option. If the patient consents to the organ transplant, Doctors put the patient's name on a list. Acceptable donors are those who are brain dead but are still on life support. They are technically dead, but their body is still functioning, so the organs remaining healthy. A match is made when both the donor and the recipient have the same blood type. Why? And let's do it. Now please, imagine watching a loved one, your parent or grandparent, a spouse, a significant other, or even your own child, dying because one of your vital organs has quit working. Maybe because of the disease, an accident, maybe for the reason that we cannot explain. Without any warning, and the only chance of this person surviving is through an organ transplant, but there aren't any available. How would you feel when you have to wait for something you really, really want? What if this was something you literally can't live without? How many have you actually thought about it? It's never too late to save a life. Organ donation is selfless way to give back to others and to be able to make a huge difference by giving another person a second chance at life. The number of patients waiting for organs far exceeds the number of people who are registered to become organ donors. Many stigmas relate to organ donations, relatively false, and in order to be well informed, you must know what organ donation is, how it works, as well as how you become an organ donor, and what organs and tissues you can donate.